Konnichiwa, this is Lisa Shigenaga. I'll be telling you about my experience at Bott Memorial Home this last summer. I'm really sorry I couldn't make it to this information session. I'm currently in class right now, but hopefully this video will let me share my personal JCHIP experience with you all. Bott Memorial Home is in Machidashi, Tokyo, and I'm sure many of you are familiar with Tokyo, but note that Machidashi is actually pretty distant from the city life you might be picturing. It's surrounded by a lot of green forests, and the closest convenience store is about 10 minutes away walking. There are a few bus stops at walking distance from the home that can help you get to the nearest train stations, which is Machida Eki and Fujinobe Eki. So a bit about the home and its overview. So there are on-site homes, which consists of 4 houses, A, B, C, and D, where most of the past interns have rotated with it and worked at, including myself. And there are also, on-site, there is the aftercare and the short stay care. There are also about 4 off-site family homes located within the neighborhood, and each home is a home to about 3 to 6 children, all around ages 3 to 18, and they live with at least 2 faculties. So they are staffed by Christians, so they do prayers before eating and attend weekly services. They won't require you to be Christian or participate, but it's definitely important to respect it and be open to their views because it will help you understand how they approach their work with the kids. So for the first half of the internship, in my experience, I stayed at the guest room that was located inside the office building. There was a really sweet dog named Lucky that lives in the building, and she'll come knocking at your door to come sleep in the room with you, which was really nice. And during this time, I mainly helped and played with the children in C and D homes. For the second half of the internship, I was placed to go to an off-site group home called G Home, and I stayed on their second floor bedroom, and it felt kind of like more of a homestay because I was with them 24/7, but it really helped me become close with the specific home, like the children in the homes and the staff there. They offered my own bedroom, so it had a closet and a bed, air conditioning. You'd share the toilet, shower, and laundry and kitchen with everyone else living there. But yeah, well, I was no longer with Lucky, unfortunately, but I did get kabutomushi roommates that were caught by the children in the home. So this is a rough daily schedule. When the children have school, I would start working at around 6:50 a.m. to help prepare breakfast and then work until 8:30 with a 1.5 hour break in between. I would spend that time either FaceTiming home or sleep. During summer break and all the weekends, we would have a bit of a later start around 7:50 a.m. and ending around 9 p.m. And I would, even for the summer break and weekends, I would have an 1.5 hour break. And each week I got 2 days off, and that can be scheduled with the supervisor in advance. So here's some of the work I would mainly do. I would play with the children a lot. I actually recommend bringing some American board or card games, and I think they really enjoyed that. I brought the set with me, and they got really competitive, so that was a lot of fun. Just get ready to run a lot and catch all sorts of bugs and creatures. During summer, I help proctor the study hall and help plan for the summer camp. And they do require you to write a daily report in Japanese and turn it into the supervisor. It was challenging, but definitely rewarding because at the end of it, I had a book full of all the activities that I did, and it was definitely a nice way to kind of sit down and reflect on the day. Yeah. And here are some pictures of the food. It was amazing. Enough said. I don't want to make you all too hungry, although we are having a fundraiser at T4 after this, so I hope to see some of you there. Anyway, so each year the home goes on a camp, and the locations vary every year. I got to go to Saitama-ken Nagatoro, where there was a very beautiful river, and you'll be able to be a group leader for about 5 children with other volunteers and staffs. Here are some activities that I did, either with the children or the staff on my days off. I got to go watch a Yomiuri Giants game. I went hiking a few times and visited some local matsuris. On my days off, I went everywhere. Machida is about an hour a train ride away from the big cities like Shibuya, Yokohama, Kamakura, and I highly recommend going to Disneyland. If you want to go somewhere nearby, there's a Machida Squirrel Garden where there are a lot of squirrels, in case you ever miss sharing your lunch with all the squirrels in Davis. So here are some last notes. Bott Home takes one person only, so you will not have a JCHIP buddy to work with. And they recently have only been accepting females, so I'm sorry if you're not female. Communication here is almost purely Japanese. And most importantly, if you get homesick, I recommend going to Costco and eating their pizza because they taste exactly the same as the ones in the States. Anyway, thank you so much for listening, and I'm really sorry I couldn't be there to present this to you in person. But if you have any questions or would like to hear more about my experience, please feel free to reach out to me at my email. And I hope to see some of you guys at the fundraiser tonight. Thank you. If you have any questions or would like to hear more about my experience, please feel free to reach out to me, and I hope to see you guys at the fundraiser. Thank you.